All right, you guys. So Ticket TV live streams, like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the whole LDBC. Salute to A Weapons. He rep midlife music. And let's get right into this video, man. Y'all already know. You can get A Weapons' new album. That link along with the weight loss formula, Cash App, PayPal, podcast show, Twitter X links, the link to our other YouTube channel, as well as the links to our website and to get the free membership are all down there in the description box below this video. Now, in this video, I want to talk about the situation with Kobe Bryant and, top 10, and a lot of people had a conversation or a disagreement about Kobe Bryant and his placing over Tim Duncan, or me placing him over Tim Duncan along with others. And I think that this is, pretty fairly an easy conversation to have. To be honest with you, I know a lot of people like to say Tim Duncan because you can just say Tim Duncan. He's a safe, guy to kind of bet on. But to me, against Kobe Bryant, when you line their careers up, it's not as safe as people think it is. And I'm going to get into that right now and tell y'all why, because I just think that Kobe Bryant, his overall career and body of work is just, is better than Tim Duncan's, period. You know what I'm saying? We can start by the fact that Tim Duncan never won back-to-backs, and he never won a three-peat. Bro, he had a stable team the whole time and never did it. But let's get into this thing, right? So the debate over, who had the better NBA career, Kobe Bryant or Tim Duncan, has sparked passionate arguments about, amongst the basketball fans, I should say. Both players are, undisputed legends, each with 5 NBA championships, multiple All-NBA honors, and a transformative impact on the game of basketball. However, when comparing their careers, Kobe Bryant's combination, I should say, of individual brilliance and global influence and clutch performance gives him the slight edge over Tim Duncan's remarkable consistency and team-oriented success. Now, in my opinion, here's why Kobe's career stands out. First of all, individual accolades and peak performances, as Kobe Bryant's career was defined by his relentless pursuit of greatness, reflected by his individual accolades. He won a 2008 MVP award, and we all know he should have won more as far as that's concerned, if we were just being honest, but the hate is real. 2 scoring titles in '06 and '07. He was selected to 18 NBA All-Star games, 15 All-NBA teams, 11 first-team selections, 12 All-Defensive teams, 9 first-team selections, right? In the 12, the 9 in the 12, I believe, match the number one all-time. His peak seasons, particularly in '05-06, which he averaged 35.4 points per game, and '06-07, which he averaged 31.6 points per game, showcase his ability to dominate games offensively in a way only few players in the history of the National Basketball Association could match. Now, Kobe Bryant's 81-point game against Toronto back in '06 remains a singular testament to his scoring prowess, only second to Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game. Now, Tim Duncan, by contrast, was a model of understated excellence. He also won 2 MVP awards in '02 and '03. He was a 15-time All-Star, and he earned 15 All-NBA selections, 10 first team, and 15 All-Defensive honors, 8 first team. Now, Tim Duncan's individual stats, while impressive, his career averages of 19 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 2.2 blocks per game never reached the eye-popping heights of Kobe Bryant's scoring outbursts. Now, Tim Duncan's game was less about individual dominance and more about anchoring a system which, while incredibly effective, didn't produce the same highlight reel moments or statistical peaks as Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's scoring titles, higher All-NBA first-team selections, and iconic individual performances give him this advantage over Tim Duncan in individual accolades. Now, both players won 5 NBA championships, but the context of their titles highlights the difference. Kobe Bryant's 5 rings, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2009, 2010, came with the Los Angeles Lakers, a franchise under constant pressure in a major market. Kobe Bryant was the leading scorer and emotional leader for the Lakers in '09-010 championships, earning Finals MVP both those times. Now, his ability to deliver in clutch moments, game winners, 40-point playoff games, iconic performances like his 48 points, 16 rebounds in Game 4 of the 2001 Western Conference Finals against Tim Duncan's Spurs cemented his reputation as a closer. Now, Tim Duncan's 5 titles in '99, '03, '05, '07, and 2014 with the San Antonio Spurs was spread over 15 years, showcasing remarkable longevity. He was a Finals MVP 3 times in '99, '03, and '05, and his 2003 playoff run, carrying the Spurs team without another superstar to a title. Was a masterclass in leadership. However, Tim Duncan's game wasn't built for the same clutch shot heroics as Kobe Bryant. His methodical team-first approach relied on Greg Popovich's system and teammates like Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili, especially in the later years of Tim Duncan. And Kobe Bryant's Finals MVPs and reputation for clutch performances tilt this category in his favor, though Tim Duncan's 2003 run is a strong counterpart. You can say that, you guys. Also, the global impact and cultural influence that Kobe Bryant, he transcended basketball in a way very few players have. His Mamba mentality became a global mantra for work ethic and resilience, inspiring athletes and non-athletes alike. Kobe Bryant's marketability, charisma, and presence in the media hub like Los Angeles made him a cultural icon. He won an Oscar for his animated short Dear Basketball, spoke multiple languages, and was a global ambassador for the game, particularly in markets like China. His influence extended beyond stats, shaping basketball's global growth. Tim Duncan, while beloved in San Antonio and respected league-wide, had acquired a presence. His nickname, the Big Fundamental, reflected his no-frill style, effective but not flashy. Tim Duncan shunned the spotlight, focusing on team success over personal branding. While this humility endeared him to the fans who appreciated substance over style, it limited his global reach compared to Kobe Bryant's larger-than-life persona. Kobe's cultural impact and global influence outshined Tim Duncan's more reserved legacy. Now, the versatility and adaptability, let's get into that. Kobe's game evolved significantly over his 20-year career. Early on, he was a high-flying, athletic guard alongside Shaquille O'Neal. Then he became a polished scorer and leader post-Shaq, and later a savvy veteran who adapted to injuries and aging. His ability to play both guard positions, defend elite wings, and carry an offense through an isolation scoring or playmaking, career-high 6.3 assists in 04-05, showcases versatility. Kobe Bryant thrived in multiple roles, from sidekick to superstar to mentor. Duncan's game was equally adaptable, but within a narrower scope. As a power forward center, he anchored the Spurs defense with elite rim protection and rebounding while developing a reliable mid-range game. His consistency, double-doubles were near constant. Was remarkable, but his role as a low-post anchor didn't require the same personal flexibility, I should say, as Kobe's did. Tim Duncan's weakness was tied to Greg Popovich's system, whereas Kobe often willed teams to victory through individual brilliance. Let's stay right there. And Kobe's ability to to play multiple roles and adapt to different team dynamics gives him a slight advantage. Now, the head-to-head and team context, we'll get into that right now, as those head-to-head matchups, Kobe and Tim Duncan were closely matched. The Lakers and the Spurs met in the playoffs 6 times between 99 and 2013, with the Lakers winning 4 series, 99, 2000, 2002, 2004, and the San Antonio Spurs only winning 2 of those in 03 and 08. Kobe often had Shaq or Pau Gasol later on, while Tim Duncan played alongside David Robinson early on and Parker and Ginobili later on. But both benefited from great teammates and coaches, but Kobe's ability to take over games against Tim Duncan's Spurs, averaging 24.6 games in the playoffs during their meetings, gave him a slight edge in those high-stake battles. Duncan's Spurs were a model of consistency, never missing the playoffs in his 19-year career. However, Kobe faced greater challenges in LA, you guys, including turbulent seasons with weaker supporting cast, e.g. back in 2004 through 2007, go look at those rosters. His ability to drag those teams to the playoffs and later win titles without a dominant big man like Shaq highlights his individual impact. So Kobe's head-to-head performances and ability to carry less talented teams gave him the nod in that part. So, you got counter arguments that, people will have for Tim Duncan. His case is compelling. His longevity, 19 seasons of elite play, consistency, never fewer than 50 wins in a full season, and 2 MVPs match or surpass Kobe in some eras. His defensive impact, particularly as a rim protector, was arguably greater than Kobe's, and his team first mentality led to, I would say, the Spurs dynasty that outlasted Kobe's Lakers, right? Critics might argue Tim Duncan's quieter leadership and lack of ego were more conducive, I should say, to a sustained team success. However, Kobe's individual brilliance, clutch performances, moments, and global influence tipped the scales. His ability to dominate games single-handedly and carry the Lakers through adversity resonates more in a league often defined by star power. And also, once again, Tim Duncan never, ever, ever won back-to-backs. If you're that great and that dominant, how could you never win back-to-back and never win three-peats when you were playing with Lock Hall of Famers your entire career? Also, both Kobe and Tim Duncan are among the NBA's all-time greats, and their careers are remarkably close in impact. Duncan's consistency and team-oriented play made him the backbone of a dynasty, but Kobe Bryant's individual hero, Jonah-like, Hill-like explosiveness, clutch performances and global influence gave him a slight edge in the better career debate, right? Kobe Bryant's 5 rings, MVPs, all that. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, there are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part. And become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drop weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.